Wake up, wake up.
I got the champagne. We're gonna need it.
Yeah, it's about that time.
Your favorite street plugs are here to deliver.
Good morning. It's your girl Bia
And your girl Key.
with another episode of Champagne Mornings where we give you a whole lot real early in the morning.
And you might need some champagne with it.
We're going to start this show off with a segment we do every day called It's Too Early for This. Key, what you got for us?
Man, I don't even know where to start. The world's crazy, okay? The world is crazy. So, sorry, I gotta pull it up. Oh no.
What's funny is when you talk about there's been a lot of things on my timeline that I'm going through, and I'm like, yo, this would be perfect for Kiana's little segment. It's too early for this.
Listen, I have like 5 of them saved, and now they're not there. Sorry, you guys. I was ready, and then I wasn't.
And then she
got you. All right, so a high school student was arrested trying to do a wrestling move on his principal. He tried to RKO him.
So, the principal just walking down the hallway and...
They had got into it, you know?
Okay.
And he just attacked the principal in his office and tried to RKO him.
That's hilarious.
Could you imagine that? Like, if you grew up with brothers, they tried these wrestling moves on you, you know?
Facts.
Could you imagine your student just running up on you and trying to RKO you?
No, that's hilarious. That's hilarious, actually.
Yo, that's hella funny.
I could picture that. Like, if we were students there and we seen this going on.
We would have been in tears.
Facts.
Big facts.
Big facts.
Like, that would have had me in tears.
All right. And you got another one?
Nah, we're going to stick with that because
okay.
I can't search.
So I just wanted to make sure I wasn't cutting you off. Shout out to Russell Wilson.
For signing the largest contract?
Becoming the highest paid NFL player ever.
He's paid right now.
Details, $140 million contract for 4 years. $140 million.
What's a signing bonus?
For signing his name.
That was his signing bonus?
$65 million.
Damn.
$65 million just for signing. $140 over 4 years. Listen,
that just reminds me of the book that I'm currently reading. The retired inspired. The dude's an athlete, or he was an athlete, and he was like, so many people sign their contracts, get that much money, and blow it. And in my head, I'm like, how the fuck do they blow that shit?
Yeah, and that's the crazy part about it is you see that all the time. You hear those stories all the time. Like, these people had millions of dollars and they just ended up blowing all of their money. And the same thing, like, I don't even understand how you're just gonna waste $100 million, period.
I'm not understanding how you're work
when you're making more than that every 4 or so years. You know what I mean?
Right, and that's like shit like that. Like, for you to say that, I just be like, nigga, how did you not budget? Because what he was talking about was how football players only get paid during the season. Duh, makes sense. You know, they don't get paid year round.
More than enough to like.
Exactly.
Duh.
And he was like, okay, most football players, by the time that season's over, or a lot of rookies have blew their money, and they expect the monthly check they've been getting.
If we're talking about rookies, and majority of players in the NFL, majority of players are not making this kind of money.
No, they're not making that type of money at all. But they're making more than us, nigga.
Let's look up what the league minimum is. I know what the league minimum is in the NBA. Let's see. League minimum for the NFL is $700,000.
I'm not blowing that in a year. I could see how you could, but I'm not blowing that in a year.
No. But I can see how, but that's what I'm saying. So if we're talking about majority of the people are down at this range, right, somewhere in there.
I'm still not blowing that in a year.
No, we're not, but there's a lot of dumb people. Because I can see how, like, especially if we're looking at them buying a big ass house, because they're probably spending majority of that on a house.
Yeah, they're probably dropping $500 at least on that house.
Right, but then not only that. Let's see. How much did I say it was?
700.
700. Okay, I lied. It's 480. 700 was the first number they gave me, but when I look further down here, it says 480. Whatever. We'll leave it at about $500,000 a year. So we're making about $500,000 a year.
I could be
and a lot of people who do dumb stuff, like we watched the show Ballers. Mm-hmm. You know, they would always want to do their shit. They just always wanted to do some dumb things, or they're trying to take care of too many people. You know, things like that. Like I could see those type of problems happening, especially with Black people who
try to take care of their family and everything.
Exactly. So, not saying that it's okay. Definitely not okay. Definitely not a great way to handle money. But
on another note, has there been a new season of Ballers? Have we been neglecting ourselves?
I know for a fact I'm behind on Ballers. And I love that show.
And Denzel's son is so fine in that movie, in that show, because he's not fine everywhere.
Isn't he short?
Yeah. That's why he'll never be an option. He can still be fine. You've seen some fine short people. Just because we're tall don't mean they don't be cute. We just be like, damn, you don't meet that height requirement.
Dang, you're so short.
Oh my God.
Short dudes love tall girls.
This dude hits on me and I was like, you're pretty short. He was like, I'm not short. I'm vertically challenged. I started dying.
Right. Vertically challenged. Got it.
All right, you ready for this book review?
We have a book review today, you guys. The name of the book is Juicebox. It was actually a listener submitted book, one that he's written. His name is Sean.
Deshaun? I thought it was a chick.
Let me make sure. Danielle Brown.
Still a girl, right? Wrong? Unknown?
I don't know, actually. That's a good question. Like, it's a user submitted. So one of our listeners gave us this book or suggested this book for us to read. And we told them we'd check it out. Now, mind you, we do this all the time. Like, we ask people to submit their books and they either do or they don't. Not everybody submits us really good books. There's a lot of bad books that get submitted to us that don't end up being reviewed. We'll read them, start to read them, or anything like that. We'll get more into that process, but the book is definitely, this was a good book. It is by a male author, Danielle Brown. His Instagram is author_Danielle_Brown.
Oh, that's pretty simple.
That's the way to go. It's like mine, Bia_King. Got it. Anyways, we'll go ahead and play a song for you, and then we will get into this book review of the day. Wednesday book reviews. The name of this song is Step It Up by Frenchie and Moffy D.
What that shit look like? Zan.
Bitch, you need to step it up. You broke ass niggas can't step it up. You say you getting money, you don't get enough. Your diamonds ain't water, they ain't wet enough. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Yeah, nigga, step up. I got that mustard, nigga, you cannot catch up. Yo, bitch, a faggot, nigga, go clean her mess up. I aim for helmets, nigga, go put that vest up. Niggas mad cause my bitch bring back to a night. That's a 10 in the week if she do it right. Spit the grip on these sneaks, got me moving right. She gon' pop a couple perks to get through the night. I go 0 to 100, ain't no stalling me. No, this shit come with a price, you can't ball for free. Roll running for that trap, I need all the fee. 15 at the least, or stop calling me. Yeah, I'm that nigga, nigga. Step it up, come and fuck with a different nigga. All this ink on my skin, she won't feel a nigga. If you broke, bitch, I promise I ain't dealing with you. Bum, bitch, you need to step it up. And you broke ass niggas can't step it up. You say you getting money, you don't get enough. Your diamonds ain't water, they ain't wet enough. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. You know I had to do what I had to do. I used to serve them J's on that avenue. I used to screw it. Now I'm wearing J's on that avenue. If you don't fuck with me, it's cool. I ain't mad at you. Shit, the dope, I gotta make them do the cabbage patch. Won't spend my money on no Reggie. Fuck that average batch. In the words of Frenchie, I ain't fucking with this average bank. I was broke, I stepped it up, and now I'm having things. It's crazy how you broke, had A's and slappers. How you don't tell me where to go if you the passenger. I'm as solid as they come, nigga, this regular. You an animated cartoon character. I'm putting on for the 99 and 2000. When I get on, I'm about my mama 2 hours. I can't stay faithful, so a nigga need 2 spouses. Time to step it up and get a new car with new mileage. I ain't bum, bitch, you need to step it up. You broke ass niggas can't step it up. You say you getting money, you don't get enough. Your diamonds ain't water, they ain't wet enough. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up. Step it up, you need to step it up.
All right. Again, that was Step It Up. Both of those artists are Seattle natives, so make sure you guys tap in with them. And always tap into Street Plug Radio. If you are listening to this on Facebook or on YouTube or anything like that, you can listen to it live Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 7 a.m. by just downloading a free app called TuneIn. Search Street Plug Radio. Make sure you give us a little heart, favorite the station, and catch our show. And then also listen to music 24 hours a day, 7 days a week on Street Plug Radio. On Wednesdays, on some Wednesdays, we do book reviews. This book review that we have today is called Juicebox. The author's name is Danielle Brown. You can look him up on Instagram, author_ Danielle is DANEAL_Brown. And one of the best authors so far that have submitted their book.
This is definitely one of the best author submissions.
Or the best author submission.
Yeah, because this is the only one we've actually reviewed. We've gotten multiple that we can't even get past it because they may have a good plot, but their writing's not good, or they may have decent writing, but what is your storyline talking about right now?
Mm-hmm. And it's all of that. And it's not easy to be a good author, you know? Like, there's people who write books. There's a lot of people who write books.
Facts.
There's a lot of people who write books that aren't that good. They may be, you know, they may have a good plot. They may have a good timeline that they were supposed to follow, but they're just not, they just need to perfect their writing styles or things like that. Or this, he was very descriptive.
He was hella descriptive.
But he wasn't over descriptive.
His storyline flowed. Like, I did peep a couple contradictions in the story. I remember reading it, but then even then it was like addressed.
Yeah, like what? But that's the good thing. Sometimes when you're trying to figure something out, when you're reading a book, and then it makes you keep reading because you need to figure that part out.
Right? Like, what the fuck is going? What? Like, okay, wait, I just gotta go forward.
Yeah, like I gotta keep reading.
And then you keep reading, and I like that he actually acknowledges it. Like, he doesn't say, you know, like he ends up writing something that has to do with it that acknowledges it. But this book was interesting. I'm not going to lie. I was confused on where it was going for a little bit.
Because it's an erotic novel at the same time. So this is the first the first erotic novel we've done on a book review.
Yeah. And I didn't know it was an erotic novel. Well, I should have. His name's Juicebox. But you just sent me a book and I was like, all right, I'm reading it. Bang. And then shit got real.
Real fast.
Real fast. He meets the bitch at the bar. He goes home. He wasn't fucking. He was dreaming about fucking, but then he described it.
But we didn't know that.
Yeah.
It's like, at the beginning, it's just like, are we walking into a book where he is just like overly in lust with this girl
and gets her?
And not only that, she's like extremely aggressive, worse than 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
type shit.
it was some shit. Like,
I was actually happy that he woke up from a dream.
Me too. I was like, I'm not ready. I don't know if I can finish this. This went crazy. And then, you know, we found out this nigga was dreaming in very descriptiveness.
Listen, his dreams, his wet dreams.
His wet dreams create real pregnancies, bro. Like, I don't know what was going on there, okay? Essence needs to take a pregnancy test after that dream that she ain't even know. And he had multiple of them.
But
Like, that nigga was, like, mesmerized for a little bit.
yeah, he was. I mean, I guess it's dope to find a girl that you really think is that fine and then actually bag her for.
And got her, and cuffed her, like, all the way
through
until the
to
end
of the book.
where we find out that she's not who she says she is, and it left me on a cliffhanger.
You're just gonna go straight there?
I was upset about that.
Okay, listen, can you tell them the main character? Jesus, why would you?
Because it pissed me off, okay?
The main character, Sean, and he has a cousin named Sean, and they're twins.
And they're
cousins, but
actually
brother and
siblings
sister.
because their moms was some little nasties and slept with the same man.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, that's what happened. The mom slept with the same man.
Both moms who are sisters
Slept with the same man.
slept with the same dude, so they got the same dad, but they still call each other cousins because they were raised by their moms, obviously, and not their dad.
They didn't find out until later or something like that, right?
Yeah, they didn't find out until later in life.
Yeah, they didn't find out until later.
They
And
knew
they're
that he was, but nobody had said that she was, or something like that.
Yeah, one knew their father, the other one didn't. But yeah, but they're hella close. He meets this chick at a bar, is instantly mesmerized by her, like instantaneously. Hence the wet dream that she got pregnant off of. No, she's not really pregnant, people.
He was pretty smooth though. He didn't actually talk to her that night. He had the waitress basically drop his card off to the girl
With the round of drinks or something like that, right?
and told them that all the drinks for the whole table were on him for the night.
Yeah.
You know, and so I'm going out with my girls. I think I even posted that on Facebook. I took a picture of it and posted it on Facebook. Like, I'm trying to meet this guy. Where's he at?
Go ahead and treat us for the night.
Treat me and my homegirls drinks for the
The
bar
whole
drinks the whole
drinks. Nigga, we're getting lit. We're getting
night. Right,
lit.
and then she ended up texting him when he was leaving, which is probably what sparked him to go home and then dream about her. But
Right.
you know, it is. But anyways, he was a businessman. He worked for a large marketing firm.
And he was like their top person.
Yep.
He got the best, all the
top
best
sales.
firms. You know,
Mm-hmm.
he came up with the best marketing ideas.
And he had his team of people that he worked directly with. So he had a specific photographer that he liked to do work with. He was prominent in the community, so he was able to get a location short notice, things like that, if needed. Whatever he needed to do to make that deal go through, he figured it out.
Facts. And he was a hustler, baby.
Just want you to know. But he was, even to the point where towards the end of the book, where Kiana jumps, where the girl comes up missing, his boys, when he's calling the rounds, like, hey, my girl's missing this, that, and the next, they're like, I thought you got out of this life. Like, didn't you help us clean up our lives?
Oh, you going back to the hood now?
And now
The
you
fuck?
going back. Yeah, he's like,
Listen, my girl missing. They calling her somebody else. It gets crazy. But anyways, when I say he's a hustler, like, he invests in a couple. Doesn't he have like strip clubs and the massage parlor? That's not a massage parlor. His little prostitution ring.
We just said he cleans up, and then you want to go right into, I cannot stand Keanu, you guys.
It's not my fault. He has a whole prostitution ring
Anyways, he's
with his
businessman.
ex-girlfriend.
His ex-girlfriend is his main business partner.
Yeah, his ex-girlfriend is his main, and she's not over the relationship at all.
Like, even when his new girlfriend, they were in a meeting one time, and the new girlfriend was there, and his ex-girlfriend was like, okay, we got to talk about the bodysuit.
Okay, the bodysuit, that is the juice box.
Juice box is the bodysuit. So juice box is the bodysuit. The bodysuit basically it reads off your body's chemistry and will change colors. Like, if you're mentally stimulating the girl, it'll be one color. If you're sexually stimulating the girl, it'll be another color.
It can hit both colors at once.
And it can hit both colors at once. Well, when he was presenting it, people were like, really? A bodysuit? Like, that's what we're meeting about, basically? And he was like, well, you know, I could always put it on my girl and show you guys how it works. You know? And then, but anyways, they didn't. They tested it by him pouring water, and it turned some weird color. And he was like, well, I mean, unless one of you guys are disgusting and actually like pee on yourselves or something, it'll never turn this color. I'm just showing you how it changes colors and what areas change colors.
And then didn't two of the friends go to the bathroom and like try it or some shit?
Yeah, so he gave it to a couple of the girls in the room. One of the girls went and then came back with hers. She watched some porn, and so hers was like all one color and nothing mentally stimulated.
Right.
And then it was like the left side will show mental stimulation, and then the right side will show erotic stimulation. And then the other ones, I don't even know if the bodysuit ever made them on it or not.
But they just went to the bathroom.
They just went to the bathroom, and next thing you know, they're out there yelling about giving head and some more stuff.
Yeah, like, it got real. Everybody was listening.
Everybody was like, I guess that's our cue to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, the ex-girlfriend wanted all smoke. She was shading.
But yeah, she said it right there. She was like, how about Sean? How about you come test this out or help me test this out? And the new girlfriend was like, I'm going to beat her motherfucking.
Immediately, like I'll beat this bitch up.
But until that meeting, she never knew that this main business partner was his ex-girlfriend.
And the ex-girlfriend had history. Like it was originally his partner's girl. They ended up like flipping her in a car type shit. And then they were both smashing on her whenever they could. And then the bitch kind of just chose up and wasn't fucking with the other dude.
He handled it very well though, because even then when the incident happened at the meeting, he like grabbed his girl, kissed her, was like, don't worry about her. The funny part was he said, don't worry about her, she's not serious. And the girlfriend was like, yes I am. I would have been,
or the ex-girl, she was like, yeah I am.
Like, yeah I am. And then if I was the girlfriend,
she might have caught her. She would definitely caught her fade. I don't know if I could have held my composure because that bitch was wilding.
Facts.
So I need him to release part 2 because I don't think it's released yet.
Yeah, we definitely appreciated your writing style. You got something going, I would say.
Go ahead.
I would definitely, if I seen his name again, I would pick up the book.
Facts, definitely. I think you guys should definitely check him out.
And we've read books on the New York top and didn't like the book.
Yes, we have.
And or not like the author's writing style.
And we've read your book.
And I would have to go to Kiana like, okay, is it just me? Or she's like, no, it's hard for me to get through this book. Okay.
Next book.
This is not really working out all too well for me.
But no, definitely go check his name out, Daniel.
Daniel. I say Daniel. I assume that's how you pronounce it. Daneel. But his Instagram is author_Daniel, DANEAL_Brown.
Go ahead and follow that man. And make sure you tell him to release part 2 of our book. Or he got to run the fade.
Our book, or he got to run the fade. That's too funny. Hey, never know. Maybe one day we'll be able to get him on the show by the time he's releasing the next book. That works. Because you can't just end the book with the girl getting kidnapped.
She got kidnapped, bruh. And her name wasn't even Essence. It was like Angelique or some shit. Who the fuck's this Angelique bitch? What was her name? We going back.
It started with an A.
That's why I named her Angelique. I don't think I'm
I didn't know that it started with an A.
It's pulled up. Hold on. I got it.
That's a shame. I don't remember it. But maybe because they called her Essence the whole freaking book.
Right. We knew Essence. And to make it worse, like, this was one of his other fling's friends. Like, first off, this nigga was a whole hole in these streets, okay?
Facts.
Whole. Like, I don't think of the hoest person on our team.
Annette. Yeah.
Think of the hoest person you know on our team. That nigga was worse.
Yeah. But you could tell that by how he moved from the very beginning.
Facts.
Like, certain moves, it's like, oh, that's a boss move, but you know that comes from a lot of experience.
Like buying your whole friends drinks and not a drink going up to the table at all, just leaving. Like, he bought the drinks and left. He didn't sit there and let you get drunk. He didn't do any of that.
Right. He vibed out with his friends. That's it. Like,
he acknowledged your presence enough to send you that card and let you know drinks were on him. Mm-hmm. Finished his drink with his buddies and did.
Facts. So, yeah, you can't just let her get kidnapped at the end of and then just, well, they were getting followed by the Impala first.
Yeah, because the Impala was like outside his house or some shit one time, right?
I don't remember that part. I remember the Impala following them like on the freeway. I think after that meeting that I was just talking about. Mm-hmm. and it was like tailing them like hella to the point where it caught his attention. Like, what are they like following us? But then he got off on the exit and they just kept forward. But obviously, whoever. And how did they get his phone?
I don't understand that, and his number and stuff. And another thing is, are we going to address the fact that she's pregnant? Like, that's
Danielle?
what I...
Danielle.
That's what... Because the moment he goes, oh, she's keeping a notepad. Oh, she just threw up. And then her friend goes, well, with all she's going through and what she just got out of. I was like, oh, yeah, this hoe pregnant.
Danielle, we need answers. Okay.
Listen, even if you just want to text us those, which I won't be happy with.
No, I want a whole book.
Right. That's what I said I won't be happy
I need
with.
a complete story.
I need to know what happens, nigga. Don't ever leave me on a cliffhanger like that off an erotic novel. What the fuck? It shouldn't be this much thinking.
It turned into an action film real quick.
Real quick. It went, oh, sex, nigga. It just got real.
Okay, anyways, again, thank you guys for tuning in to our book review on Wednesday's Juice Box. We've been supposed to review this one for a while, so thank you, Danielle, for your patience as well. We appreciate you. Your book was dope. We're going to go ahead and play a song for you guys, and we'll get back into the rest of the show. The name of this song is Straight Up by City G.
Money, correct.
703 shit. Hey, man. City G, money correct. Hey. Nigga, I been down 10 toes straight up. Give it to him uncut. Drop it out, pick it up, break it down, ship it out, being up. Soft white, flip right, depending on how I whip it when he cook it up. Trap life, trap slow, then you need to get it up. They don't want no problem, yeah. Cause we get it poppin'. Don't come on my side of town. Gorillas be wildin'. A whole nother section, a whole nother planet, a whole nother island. We don't know no manners, we don't know no limits, all we know is violence. I told my little back, but we hop in the coupe, If we gettin' some trash, better know I'm the shoot, Cause these niggas be trying, but niggas be lagging, they know I'm the truth, These niggas be rapping, and only got status when they in the booth, I had to flip it in real, now I'm in the crib, my feet up, bad bitch, no ski, drop top with a V, AC cold like a freeze, and I'm just worried about the real, when the money low, I get real, I can tell you exactly how I feel, nigga, I been down 10 toes straight up, give it to him uncut, drop it out, pick it up, break it down, ship it out, being up, soft white, flip right, depending on how I whip it when he cook it up, trap life, trap slow, then you need to get it up, they don't want no problem, yeah, cause we get it poppin', don't come on my side of town, gorillas be wildin', a whole nother section, a whole nother planet, a whole nother island, we don't know no manners, we don't know no limits, all we know is violence, I come from the jungle when niggas be humble and turn up for nothing, for real. You don't know problem, you better come proper, cause we get it poppin', for real. They don't know shit about the east. Pull up, bitch, come see. Let them young niggas off the leash, and they ain't playing nothing sweet. Pull up with sticks on them niggas, hit my convict on them niggas. I'ma just tell you for real, don't be a victim, my nigga. And niggas is hating, and niggas be shady, and they ain't concerned to me. And I want the money, and I want the power, yeah, I want the world to see. Nigga, I been down, straight up. Nigga, I been down, straight up. Nigga, I been broke. Stayed down till I came up. And all the niggas that changed up can't get no favor. Nigga, I been down 10 toes straight up. Give it to him uncut. Drop it out, pick it up, break it down, ship it out, being up. Soft white, flip right, depending on how I whip it when he cook it up. Trap life, trap slow, then you need to get it up. They don't want no problem, yeah, cause we get it poppin'. Don't come on my side of town. Gorillas be wildin'. A whole nother section, a whole nother planet, a whole nother island. We don't know no manners, we don't know no limits, all we know is violence.
Alright, Straight Up by City G. City G is out of Dallas, so shout out to him for plugging in with Street Plug. And again, I'm going to say this, if you guys are listening to this Champagne Morning show on any other platform other than the radio station, make sure you guys actually find our radio station. You can get it on a free app called TuneIn. Search Street Plug Radio. Make sure you give us a little heart and favorite the station. And you can tune in with us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7 a.m. for Champagne Mornings and 24 hours a day for music from all over. We are going to talk about Seattle craziness. That's it. That's what I'm calling it. Seattle craziness.
Seattle's always crazy.
Seattle got issues. In the last week, 3 things have happened that I thought were at least worth mentioning because to me it was hecka funny or just straight real. The first one, straight real. The Seattle put a tower in the parking lot of the Safeway in the South End. It says South Seattle Safeway. If you guys, we're from Seattle.
I don't remember seeing it when we went out there this weekend. Do you?
Not while we were there. It was there during the day.
Oh, so it's not there all the time?
They put the box tower in there, which is obviously surveillance. So they just put a tower in the middle of the parking lot, and the police were there. People in the community were calling the police station, asking them, "Why do you guys have a tower in our neighborhood?"
I was like, "Bitch, what the fuck is this?
Like,
come get your shit. You left your shit. Come pick it up."
They had people there. And it was upsetting because, and even the article specifically said that South Seattle residents have a bad relationship and don't trust the Seattle Police Department.
They shouldn't.
Due to like excessive force. I think they use excessive force by the police department over the years. And that's true. Like,
that's facts.
They'll be in the South Seattle area, like especially over by where I went to high school at a beach. And they'll even be on their horses, and they'll bump you with their horses on purpose and shit like that.
Yeah, Darius, my brother's whole jaw was broken by a police officer. And then, to make it worse, his jaw was broken after he had got jumped by some niggas, hood shit, got jumped. His arms that's what happened. His jaw was fucked up, and he couldn't communicate right because his jaw was just broken or fucked up. And they slammed him again, refractured his jaw, and broke his arm.
Yeah.
Like, police brutality is a real thing.
Facts. And in South Seattle, it is prominent. So it's easy to understand why the residents of South Seattle were not too fond of this box tower going up.
Look, your granny's not going to be fond if you're from Seattle with that box tower. Our grandma probably seen that and was like, well, we're going to a different grocery store.
Like, I'm not going here today. Like, that's not happening. Another funny story is also happened in South Seattle. At the hair store right there on Anderson.
Oh, the one right there by the KFC.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, this girl... No. Hold on, wait. Yeah, right by the KFC. This girl goes in there and tries to return a wig, and they won't take the wig back because they're like, this wig didn't come from our store. We don't even carry this brand, you know? And she's getting hella mad. She's getting so mad that they won't return the wig. She ends up getting into a fight with the person because they wouldn't take the wig.
Did she get her ass beat?
She went and took another wig and tried to walk out with it. That's actually how they got into a fight, because she went and took another wig, tried to walk out with it. They started fighting or whatever. In the course of fighting, the wig that she had on her head falls off. And she takes a different wig and shoves it down her pants and takes off running.
Listen, she had a date, okay?
Yeah.
She had somewhere to be, and she needed a wig, and you guys was fucking with her hair. I feel you, baby. You could have went about that way better. You might want to get your life together.
Q13 Fox, this is directly from the article, it says 9 days after the robbery, detectives say she led police on a 14-minute high-speed chase.
Over a wig?
Listen, they looked at the surveillance and knew exactly who it was. First off, so she has history.
She's a known wig thief.
She has history for a lot of other different things. She took off almost hitting people. She was going excess of 90 miles per hour. So they ended up not continuing to pursue her. So she got away. But they just also added, obviously way more charges.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. When you're known like that, you're
reckless endangerment. She has 11 convictions for gross misdemeanors, including 3 for theft in the 3rd degree and 1 for assault in the 4th degree, as well as malicious mischief.
Damn, Mama, you suck at being a criminal. You get caught every time.
That's a problem.
Like, how you get caught every time? You know you ain't a criminal if you don't get caught, right? Like, don't get caught,
What
nigga.
is going on in South Seattle?
Listen.
South Seattle craziness.
We know South Seattle breeds a lot of criminals, but we also know South Seattle breeds a lot of stupid criminals too. You niggas be dumb as fuck.
And yeah, so
You said 3. Where's the last one?
the last one is not necessarily, it's in the Seattle greater area. It's in Kent. The police are actually still working on this because there's 2 people they're looking for. But basically, these 2 dudes stole a car, carjacked somebody, but killed the owner and had him in the back of the truck. And they're still looking for the dude. They found the truck, and they found the owner of the truck in the bed of the truck when they found the truck dead.
What the fuck? Okay, everything else was laughable. That's not even.
No, this is not laughable at all. But the reason why when it was like Seattle craziness, is because me and you both know as well that stealing cars is something that happens a lot in Seattle as well. Like,
Facts.
there are people. These kids are learning to steal cars in middle school. Most of the ones I knew
how to,
school on how to steal a car. You know, so the fact that, you know, this happened, they had a reported carjacking. The police, somebody had reported the carjacking. It did not say if it was him who reported it or a witness reported it, other than that the carjacking was happening like in front of the dude's business or something like that. And then next thing they know, they found it.
I've always been confused with carjackings because, especially in cases like that, like, what are you going to do with the car except get where you're going right now? If you get there that far.
Chop shop.
He didn't even take it to a chop shop. It has to be a good enough car to take to a chop shop.
2013 GMC Sierra.
That could have got taken to a chop shop. I know the chop shops, but I think about it when I think of like we said, we know a lot of people that stole cars.
And they be
like
stealing
that.
these little beater cars.
Yeah, they be stealing niggas point A to B cars. Like, you ain't even stealing nothing worth nothing, nigga. You just stole a car that's missing a window. What are you gonna do with that?
Right, but those cars don't be having insurance on them, and so people are, you know.
But they still get caught in. You still get pulled with the stolen car.
But police don't really, like, stolen car. Well, how did somebody steal your car? Like, the
Police are
be
assholes.
They be real hesitant to help you if you have a stolen car.
Yeah, they be like, did you give them the key? Did they have access to your keys? Like, I don't know what they're like.
But insurance is going to do the same thing. Like, if they had access to your keys, it's probably going to fall under permissive user. So, you know, good luck.
Ain't nobody got access. Nobody can live with me. No, we ain't related. They broken.
I don't know why they got the same name. I don't know why she looks like my twin. I don't know.
I don't know. Oh, you gonna tell me who I look? So all black people look alike now. Go ahead and try
I
that.
have the funniest story that involves that and some cops that I'm not going to tell right now. Okay, so
Wait, one more with Washington craziness.
Okay.
So a Washington deputy was shot and killed, and is the first in the agent's 165-year history. So it's not Seattle. It's Colwitz County, which I didn't know was a thing. But in 165 years, their entire history, they've never had a cop shot and killed until recently.
What was did it say, like, was he in the course of action?
Yep, he was in the first line of duty. He was responding to a disabled vehicle when all of a sudden he just reports that he's been shot. Like, literally. He somebody called for help for a disabled vehicle and he got shot. They don't even know what happened yet.
That sounds like a fake story.
It's definitely a fake story.
Fake release story. Like,
yeah, that's a fake
not
release.
That he died or stuff like that, but as far as what happened.
What happened was he went to go make a drug deal and he ended up going bad and getting shot. He thought he was a cop and he was above everything.
That's exactly where my mind just went.
That to me, when you have a fake story where there's nothing, like there was no...
Or he, as an officer, was trying to rob somebody.
I could see that too, because officers will pull up on you and try and rob you for all your shit and not report it and threaten.
Especially if you're already a disabled vehicle on the side of the road.
Or especially if you're already a known hood nigga that does shit. They're cleaning you, and you kind of got to take that L.
And they'll cut up your seats, pull your stuff apart, and everything. Seen it.
But yeah,
that's crazy.
Washington craziness.
Anyways, we like to end our show on a positive note and some black businesses.
You got one?
If
not, I got one.
Well, I was trying to think, and I feel like we have so many black businesses, first off, around us all the time. And I wasn't sure if we always give all of them a shout out. But one of the ones that I realized that I'm not sure if we've really shouted out was Lucky.
We've never shouted out Lucky at Lady Luck's. We're there every weekend.
Every weekend. And
I just pulled up on his. It wasn't even a weekend.
night.
I was just there last night. Like, wow, we ain't shit.
Yeah, so I was thinking it was yesterday. I was trying to go through like out of all the people around us, which businesses have we not? Because when you're in an entrepreneur, it's actually important to make sure you associate with other entrepreneurs. So we're always trying to make sure we're around people who have businesses going. And then just out of nowhere, it just dawned on me, like, we've never shouted out Lady Luck's and Lucky, and that is black owned.
That's black owned. Lucky's hella. That's my guy. Lucky's hella cool.
Yeah, he's cool.
His business is. I want to go in there. First off, their fries are fire. I don't eat meat, so I can't tell you about their steaks and shit if you want to go during the day. Because yes, it's the club we party at night, but it's an actual restaurant during the day. So, and it's like a steakhouse too. And when I went in there yesterday to go grab something, shit was packed.
And he actually like be there working in everything as well.
He runs security on the weekends and making sure everything goes smoothly. I can't talk.
Right. So
I didn't get kicked out and banned like he threatened to do. It's okay, Lucky. It's all love.
no comment.
All right, that was our black business. Did you have another black business
Yes.
before we go? Okay.
So, backstory on this black business. Our team, Street Plug DJs, you guys know we exist, We call everybody like, hey, you guys need a logo. Jig says, well, make me one. Hey, nigga, I don't know what the fuck just happened. So I posted on Black Artists Connected. If you aren't on Black Artists Connected, you should probably get on Black Artists Connected because I promise you whatever you need, you can find it.
It's on Facebook. Black Artists Connected is a Facebook group that
Basically just has a whole bunch of anything that has to do with some type of art is going to be on there, whether it's painting, whether it's crafts, whether it's graphic design,
Clothing. Soap making, everything, makeup artists, all of that. It's just a whole bunch of art, and they're not necessarily there to sell, like you can buy, but sometimes I just go through and look at the dope ass art. Like it went crazy with the Nipsey death. With the death of Nipsey, shit was fire.
yeah.
But I found this artist or this graphic designer who got me Jig's logo in 3 hours for $45. His name's June. He doesn't have a Facebook, but I'll just screenshot his Facebook and put it on the Instagram, Because you guys need to tap in. His work's dope. He's done some logos. He works for something called Creative Orchestra, and they've done logos for like Def Jam and VH1 and a hella other places, But he's still hella cheap for, people trying to come up.
He's affordable
Yeah.
because his work's not cheap.
His work's not cheap at all. It's definitely worth the
cheap.
price.
Exactly.
It's dope. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in love with I told him, I was like, you're my new graphic designer for the low. He was like, oh, yeah. So, K5, if you're listening, get your idea ready for the reviews logo so we can handle that, my nigga.
Facts. So thank you guys again for listening to another episode of Champagne Mornings. Make sure you guys tap with us again Friday, 7 a.m. on Street Plug Radio. Make sure you guys follow this team on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Go ahead and subscribe to this page as well, Street Plug DJs. Make sure you follow my personal Instagram, Bia_King.
Follow mine at Pretty Simple Key.
Appreciate you. Thank you guys for tuning in to Champagne Mornings.